Hello everyone and welcome back to IEEE RIT, your destination for learning something new and interesting. We are going to learn something new in today's video, so let's get started. In the past, IT was regulated to a department of a business that was separate from management. It managed servers, networks and software and often did this without management's knowledge or consent. In the past, developers couldn't deploy directly to the production servers themselves, but had to send their changes through an application server which would then push the changes out over networks via file transfer protocol or common internet file system. This caused delay in deploying code while it went through testing and validation before being pushed out as version 1. DevOps is a new approach towards infrastructure management that brings together people who have deep knowledge of development and operations. This eliminates the time delay in creating and deploying apps and allows deployers to do more of what they are best at. DevOps is a software development method of managing IT services that brings together developers with operations to help them work as a single team rather than the traditional separation between 2 to 3 teams. What is DevOps? The term DevOps stands for development and operations, and it refers to a type of software development methodology that integrates developer and operation people from pre-production phases to all through production. It emphasizes communication, collaboration, automation, and sharing among these three groups so they can work together as equals. In other words, this methodology aims to bridge gaps between these specialist teams, allowing them to think more collaboratively about how their work impacts each other. In DevOps environment, developers and IT ops workers share information on much more detailed level than they normally would. The goal is to streamline their development process, get software into production faster, reduce the amount of time it takes to resolve bugs, and ultimately make it easier to release high quality software on more frequent basis. Now let's talk about benefit of DevOps. To understand some reason of adopting this methodology, it is helpful to think about what problems you might be trying to solve. For example, you want to get your software into production faster. DevOps practice help you to release software more frequently by reducing the time and steps it takes for changes to move from your developer's computer through the testing process and into production. Automation can do much of this work for you, further minimizing any potential bottlenecks along the way. Your employees need to be able to step up on the fly and fix the issues related to the production in real time. The main contribution DevOps can make is to enable more seamless collaboration among your developer and IT operation teams. That way, IT operation people will know how changes affect production in real time, so they can respond appropriately, rather than needing to wait until they get a call for troubleshooting something after the things have already broken. Being a DevOps engineer means that you don't need to learn a new skill, but rather than you will never get bored and continue learning throughout your entire career. A DevOps engineer must be able to continuously integrate new code into production and build test packages and deploy software frequently. They need to make sure that software product is ready for release and can do so quickly by building out automated testing environment. Continuing with how to become a DevOps engineer. This video will go into more depth of fundamental of being DevOps engineer. Now that you know what kind of engineer you want to be, it is time to learn about the skill characteristic of being a DevOps engineer. The skills of DevOps engineer fall under the following categories. Individuals who pursue a DevOps engineer career generally have a love for technology and are interested in learning more about it every day. Even though they may come from different backgrounds, they could all be categorized by an enthusiasm for technology. This passion must be carried out into work environment because if an individual isn't excited about their job, then the odds of succeeding drop significantly. DevOps engineers also have to have high degree of technical skills, but they also need to be able to handle the shifting nature of technology. When it comes to DevOps, there is always something new to learn. Therefore, mastery of multiple technologies is required for one to continue growing in this career. The next step for a DevOps engineer is to acquire experience and references that validates what the individual has learned. When looking for potential employers, an individual must work at or with companies that are renowned in the technical industry. This ensures that individual has proven record for great work and success. Finally, the DevOps engineer must have a strong professional network that they can tap into for help and support. The availability of peers who can guide and mentor the individual through tough times allow the engineer to learn from best in their field. addition to being technically savvy, DevOps engineers also need to have certain personal characteristics that separates them from others. Because of all these characteristics, DevOps engineers are some of the most sought after employees in today's business world. They are passionate, customer oriented problem solvers who work well in cooperative environments. This makes their job much more enjoyable and it is what separates them from other engineers. With that, we conclude. Hopefully, you learned something new. Please do like and comment your opinion below, and we will continue to provide similar content. Thank you.